Well, hello everyone. My name is Tom Koch and I'm Dean of the James C. Wyant College of Optical Sciences. And it's a great pleasure for me to welcome you here to this celebration, our commencement for the class of 2020 in the Wyant College of Optical Sciences. Well, it's truly a great pleasure for me to welcome you here today. And I'll have to say, this is certainly a unique and unusual time. We greatly miss having the opportunity to gather together to share this moment face to face. But I think we've learned over the past couple of months that we can be together, maybe more than we thought. And optics is what's bringing the world together. Perhaps you're watching now on your phone. Perhaps you're safely gathered together with friends and family. But wherever you are, watching or listening, we're coming together to honor and recognize the outstanding scholars who are receiving degrees today. And I'm honored to offer my deepest and heartfelt congratulations to you, the students, for all your accomplishments. And to friends and family, please pause for a moment and recognize your honoree. However you can do that, maybe a virtual handshake, maybe a fist bump, maybe a high five, maybe a toast, maybe a tweet, maybe a text, maybe a hug. But while the official spring University of Arizona commencement usually brings about 35,000 people and fireworks into the stadium, and President Robbins will officially confer degrees, at our event today, we enjoy a little bit more intimate gathering where we can actually individually recognize our students. And today we have 95 students officially receiving their degrees. And that includes 32 Bachelor of Science candidates, 38 master students, and 24 PhD students, and one certificate. And the achievements of these remarkable students are often only possible with the support of family and friends. And sometimes it's financial support, sometimes it's spiritual support, and often it's both. But we'd like to thank all of you for joining in this event today to show your support. And students, let me ask you, however you can do it, find a way to share, do it in person, maybe in text, maybe with a tweet. Take a moment to share your gratitude to your friends and family for everything they've done to enable your lives and help get you to where you are here today. And this moment is a culmination of years of dedication and hard work for these outstanding achievers. I know the students will agree that it's been hard work. And of one thing I'm certain, that these professionals, these Jedi Knights of optics, will dream up new ways of doing things, new applications of optics that we can't even fathom today. And to borrow our OSC catchphrase, you will indeed be lighting our future. And today you're going to be joining a really tight-knit community, a family. Over 3,100 optics degrees have been granted by the college since its founding as a center in 1964. And this is actually a substantial fraction of the optics and photonics professionals in the nation. And this OSC community will be profoundly valuable to you, the students, in achieving your professional goals and advancing your careers in the coming years. And these are exciting times for the James C. Wyant College of Optical Sciences and for the whole field of optics and photonics. You've probably heard about the remarkable growth that lays ahead for us with unprecedented philanthropic support to the college. We're going to be able to grow the Wyant College by over 40% in the next 5 years. It's hard to imagine in these difficult times, but that's growth in every dimension, in faculty and students, and in support staff and buildings. We've got 14 new endowed chairs. 5 of those searches are actually underway right now as we speak, and we'll soon be breaking ground on a new building right in the parking lot, a 7-story building right in the parking lot next to the Meinel building. And we're also bringing faculty and research centers across the campus to help occupy that building and lead the collaborations that we're going to be very, very excited to pursue. And it's called currently called the Grand Challenges Research Building. If you don't like that name, I'd like to introduce you to Kay Rowan, and for a small donation, I imagine we could change the name to something named after your family. So please contact Kay if you have such a thought. So to the friends and family of the students here today, you may not really appreciate the dedication and the level of excellence that your honoree has demonstrated to get to this point. The Wyant College of Optical Sciences is really a gem at the University of Arizona, and frankly for the whole nation. It's a very prestigious college, and the students can vouch for the curriculum that's unmatched in its rigor and depth. And we have truly amazing faculty here that are highly regarded around the globe. In fact, the University of Arizona has had 3 Nobel Prize winners in its faculty, and all 3 of those faculty have been from the Wyant College of Optical Sciences. And our faculty fly in high circles. As a current example, I'm really hopeful that in the very near future, NSF will complete their selection process for the next round of engineering research centers. And these are 10-year, $60 million focused efforts to revolutionize the world in new areas of inquiry. And I'm very hopeful that our team, with the Wyant College of Optical Sciences leading a team, including Harvard, Yale, and MIT as core partners, will emerge victorious in that competition. And our project is to lay the foundations of the future quantum internet to enable remarkable things in our lives going forward in the future. So why do these federal agencies invest in us? Why do the donors invest in us? And frankly, why do companies that collaborate with us invest in us? And it's really because optics and photonics is really transforming the world at an accelerated, amazing pace everywhere around us. And I like to cite the example of something as simple as cell phone now that's an integral part of all your lives. You know, we know this has got a lot of optics in it that's obvious. We've got cameras now all over the front and back. We've got an amazing color display that's got very high resolution. What you may not know is that the case for this thing is, of course, fabricated with laser machining. Inside this thing, there's integrated circuits that have 3 to 7 billion transistors on them now. And those are printed with optical lithography that's got an amazing capability. Now, each iPhone, Android, sorry, but each iPhone now has 300 lasers inside it. And they spray your face with dots for automatic facial recognition. And those lasers were invented by one of our graduates in the College of Optical Sciences. And when you connect up with this thing, you may think it's wireless, but that's just going to the nearest space station. And then it's optical fiber. And the entire internet connecting the globe together with optics. So this is a pretty amazing example. And when you connect up to a data center, it's row after row. It looks like a football stadium full of computers, and they're all connected together with optics and fiber optics. So optics is really enabling our lives in an amazing way. And our scientists and engineers collaborate with industry partners now to do 3D sensing, autonomous systems, augmented and virtual reality, driverless cars, technologies like that. And it's really been kind of exciting in the last, let's say, 5 years, where companies like Apple, Google, Microsoft, et cetera, are discovering that they need optics and they need our students. And they make that clear by coming each year to our events. And our engineers and scientists work on things from enormous telescopes down to things on the nanometer scale. We're the only enterprise in the world that can say that we make optics over 9 orders of magnitude in size, all the way from the largest telescopes and optics that have been made anywhere in the planet in the history of mankind, down to things that are nanoscale that are enabling photonic integrated circuits. Those telescopes are so powerful that you can point them now at a star in our galaxy, and you can actually see and resolve the planets circling around it. And it's not going to be too long before you can do spectroscopy and start to determine which of the solar systems may actually have the potential for life. And now our faculty work in the medical fields with incredibly powerful optics technology, making endoscopes that are now so teeny. They're less than a millimeter in diameter, and they're so small they can fit into like an ovarian tube and check for cancer without having to do biopsies and invasive surgery. So amazing advances. They not only can image things, but they can look beneath the surface of the tissue using optical coherence tomography. They can do spectroscopy to check for the chemical identity or chemical signatures of cancer. And our faculty do amazing fundamental physics, as I already mentioned. Things like ultra-high power laser propagation, where it's so intense that it rips atoms apart in one optical cycle as the light propagates. Or laser-based clocks. Now you can make a clock. You know, we're all proud of our quartz crystal watches, which have accuracy to about 1 part in a million. Not quite. But imagine a clock that was 1,000,000 times better than that, some kind of super clock. 1,000,000 times better than this watch. And then take that clock and make another one that's 1,000,000 times better than that. And that's where things are right now. Accuracy to 1 part in 10 to the 18th. And what that allows you to do is make measurements of things that people weren't even sure were real, 100 years ago. Einstein's general theory of relativity. You can take an atom on your lab bench and move it from here just down to here. And you can measure the change in its frequency just because it got that much closer to the center of the Earth due to Einstein's gravitational redshift. Kind of mind-boggling stuff. So all these examples, really whether it's a consumer product, a new biomedical instrument, or a new scientific demonstration, new defense capabilities. It's all about imagining what might be possible and then setting out to do it. And these students today are entering into a really dynamic field, and it's often in the news with new promises of excitement and impact. And the College of Optical Sciences is kind of special because we work really closely with industry partners. And that's an interesting relationship because people think of industry as being the enterprises that hire our students, or maybe they fund our research, or maybe they license patents for intellectual property, but it's actually much, much more than that. By being on the forefront of the applications that they're pursuing, our industry partners are the very first ones to run into new problems that nobody's even thought about before. And by working closely with them, we get to partner in that exposure, facing new problems that the rest of the academic community might not even know about. So these partnerships are really vibrant, two-way intellectual engagements that are really, really precious to us and precious to our students. As I said, industry loves our students. Every year at our career fairs and our industrial affiliates meetings, twice a year, companies who didn't really understand about optics now are showing up in droves, trying to hire our students. So as these students enter the workforce and pursue their careers, I'm very, very confident that they'll be coming up with things that we didn't even think of, and things that we didn't think were possible. And they've got the tools now to turn those ideas into reality. So I've said a lot about optics and technology, and in the end, it's really all about talent. It's about the best students, and I wish I could introduce all our faculty one by one. It's about the best faculty and working together to help these students achieve. So let's offer a round of applause, if we can, for our students, for everything that they've accomplished. You're an amazing bunch. We're so proud to have you be alums of our college. Thank you. So I think many of you are aware that our undergraduate degree program in the Wyant College of Optical Sciences is done cooperatively with the University of Arizona's College of Engineering. And it's a huge pleasure for me to welcome my friend and colleague, Dean of the College of Engineering at the University of Arizona, David Hahn. David.
Congratulations, class of 2020. The world is a very different place than when you started this journey 4 years ago. Your lives have been turned upside down, including significant personal loss to many. But in the midst of all of this, you persevered in the true spirit of a wildcat engineer.
Well, thank you, David. It's a pleasure to work with you, and we thank you for everything you do and for the support to our students. It's now my great pleasure to introduce John Koschel, our Associate Dean for Undergraduate Academic Affairs, to welcome you and introduce our undergraduate degree recipients. John?
And now we're going to recognize the undergraduates with a Bachelor's in Science, Optical Science, and Engineering. Cedar Andre, and he's going to pursue a Master's in Optical Science at the University of Arizona.
Sabrina Bachelier. and she is going to pursue a career in electro-optical engineering at Edwards Air Force Base.
Ryan Andrew Bunyard, he's going to pursue a position in electro-optics at Boeing. Garrett Dahmer, and he's going to pursue a position at Honeywell Aerospace. Craig Draper, and he's going to be on the technical staff at AirDig Photonics here in Tucson, and he's getting his accelerated master's degree in optical science and engineering at the College of Optical Sciences, University of Arizona. Isaiah Engel, and he's going to be pursuing a career at Lockheed Martin as an optical engineer. Timothy Falter, and he's going to be pursuing a career as an electronics engineer at the Air Force Test Center. Kaylee Gagne, she's going to be pursuing a career in R&D as an optical engineer at Night Force Optics. Diana Garland, she's going to be pursuing a Master's of Science in Electrical Engineering at Arizona State University. Nathan Gottesman, and he is going to be pursuing his PhD at the College of Optical Sciences, University of Arizona. Shayla Griggs, Noah Hamstra, and he's going to be working at RUF. Zachary Hatfield, and he's pursuing his master's degree in the Accelerated Master's Program, College of Optical Sciences, University of Arizona. Zachary Kirch, software developer at Sandia National Labs. Ryan Jacob Knox, and he's going to be pursuing a career in optics. Kyler Langworthy, and he's going to be pursuing a career in the optics industry. Benjamin Lee, he is going to be pursuing a career in the optics industry. Pengyu Liu, he is going to be pursuing his PhD in optical sciences at the University of Arizona. Jonathan Mack, he is going to be pursuing his PhD in the College of Optical Sciences at the University of Arizona. Micah Mann, he will be pursuing his master's degree in optical sciences at the University of Arizona. Josephine Maxwell, she is going to be pursuing her master's in optical sciences at the College of Optical Sciences, University of Arizona. Joshua McDonald, he's going to be pursuing a career in the optics industry. Avon McKinney will be pursuing his master's in optical sciences at the University of Arizona. Keon Milani will be pursuing his master's in optical sciences at the University of Arizona. Tyler Mills will be pursuing his master's degree in optical sciences at the University of Arizona. Kira Pervin, she will be pursuing her master's degree in optics at the University of Arizona. Zachary Rovig, he will be pursuing his master's degree through the Accelerated Master's Program, College of Optical Sciences, University of Arizona. Elias Soleil, he'll be pursuing his master's degree in the Accelerated Master's Program, College of Optical Sciences, University of Arizona. Stephen Santinello, he will be pursuing work in the optics industry. George Smith, he will be pursuing his master's degree in the Accelerated Master's Program, College of Optical Sciences, University of Arizona. Davis Sparks, he will be pursuing work in the optics industry. Momoka Sugamura, she will be pursuing work in the optics industry.
Well, congratulations to the undergraduate class of 2020 in the James C. Wyant College of Optical Sciences. Graduates, I'm going to ask you to take your tassel and move it from the right to the left. Well, it's now a great pleasure for me to introduce Brian Anderson, our Associate Dean for Graduate Academic Affairs, to welcome you and to introduce our graduate degree recipients. Brian?
Thank you, Tom. Welcome, everybody. It's a pleasure to be here celebrating with you. Glad you could all attend, even if it is virtually. I'd like to begin by reading off the names of our master's students. Catherine Armstrong. Arkongwa Bachargal. Sohaila Bajari. Cade Bowers. Aaron Clark. Yiting Feng. Keith Gagne. Zachary Garrett. Luke Gilles. Sandra Glynn. Florian Goyer. Cheng Gong. Trevor Hall. Yucho Han. Felicitas Hernandez. Garrett Hinton. Jihan Hong. Saeed Hosseini. Matthew Klein. Nachiket Kulkarni. Pengyinji Liu. Michaela May. Nicholas Neuenfeld. Scott Newman. Jillian Nguyen. Abhinav Nishant. Matt Noyes. Rafael Osefeso. Dominguez Piquet. Michael Pena. Weslin Pullen. Joseph Rice. Christian Rios. Stephanie Rodriguez. Megan Tidd. Xuan Wang. Austin Wilson. Rebecca Whitsitt. Xiaoyu Xiao. We also have one certificate student, Nate Austin. We also have one master's in photonic communications engineering, Pengshuo Wang.
I'm happy to offer my congratulations to these master's students who've earned their degrees. Normally, I'd be able to put a hood on you, so please accept my virtual hood and enjoy your degree. Thank you.
I'll now read the names of our PhD students. Farhad Akunde. Stephanie Aru. Ben Cromie. Akira Iguchi. Erfan Fard. Emily Finan. Julie Frisch. Caleb Gannon. Justin Knight. Alexander Lin. David Melchior. Jeffrey Meltzer. Masood Malai. John Nels. Sam Nierenberg. Josh Olson. Yishen Neil Wu. Robert Sproul. Xiaobo Chan. Kevin Batayadom. Jay Voris. Tu Xingzhu. Shen Andy Zhong. Miao Shu. Mohan Chu. Chuan Luo.
Thank you, Brian and John. Well, congratulations to our 2020 cohort of PhD students from the James C. Wyant College of Optical Sciences. As with our master's students, normally I would enjoy the privilege of hooding you all individually. Please accept my virtual hooding and congratulations once again. And now it's a huge pleasure for me to introduce University of Arizona President Robert C. Robbins.
Good afternoon, graduates of the class of 2020. Congratulations. I'm so excited to be here with you today. The class of 2020 has shown unmatched resilience, and you should be very proud to finish your degree, especially now. I'm excited to see the positive impact you will have on our world through your talent, hard work, and resolve to achieve your goals. You have all accomplished a great deal, so please take the time to reflect on all you have done for this moment and celebrate. My best wishes to all of you, and as always, bear down and go Cats.
Well, thank you, President Robbins. And now, I'd like to introduce again John Koschel, our Associate Dean of Undergraduate Academic Affairs. John?
It's pretty evident that the College of Optical Sciences has the most outstanding students. Even in such a prestigious group of student scientists, we at the college are quite proud and grateful for the dedication and community service our student ambassadors provide us year after year. Joshua McDonald, Benjamin Cromie, Jillian Nguyen, and Emily Finan served as the faces of our college. They were integral, orienting new students, assisting with recruiting new students, gave tours of our buildings and labs to curious visitors, energetic elementary and high school students, and major corporate donors. They have even, and mostly, helped me with various college events, such as this. It is my honor on behalf of the College of Optical Sciences to thank you for your service as student optics ambassadors. Thank you very much. Now I want to recognize two of our outstanding students. First, our outstanding senior, Jonathan Mack, was recognized by the faculty as the 2019-2020 Outstanding College of Optical Sciences undergraduate student. Next, I want to recognize our valedictorian, Josie Maxwell. Josie will now give a talk. Thank you.
Hey guys, long time no see. I'll keep this short, but I just wanted to thank all of you really quickly. First of all, thank you to our professors for sharing your expertise in both science and industry. Thank you to our teaching assistants who over the years have taught us basically as much as the professors while also being paid less and having to put up with more of our shenanigans. Thank you to the academics office for chasing us down when we were working on homework or throwing M&Ms at each other instead of filling out the forms we need to graduate. Thank you to all of the OSC staff who keep the building running. And thank you to our families for all of your support over the years, scholastic and otherwise. And now I'd especially like to thank my peers. We've studied for so many tests together. We've spent hours working on one homework problem, just trying to figure it out. We've worked together in lab and on group projects. We've stayed in the building past midnight, and we've eaten way too much cold, free pizza. I've spent hundreds of hours with all of you over the years, and I can honestly say that you guys are some of the smartest, funniest, and hardest working people I have ever met in my life. I know that you're all going to go on to do great things, and I look forward to seeing several of you on campus next fall, and I hope to encounter the rest of you working in industry in the future. So, congratulations, guys. We did it.
Thank you, Josie, for that wonderful talk. And now I want to recognize Brian Anderson, who will recognize the graduate students.
It's now my pleasure to introduce our graduate valedictorian, Ben Cromie.
Good afternoon, fellow graduates, family, friends, faculty, and staff. It is my pleasure and honor to address you today as the graduate valedictorian of the 2020 class. Well, giving a speech this way certainly highlights the importance of optics to the world, especially right now. From the camera that I'm using to record myself, to the fiber optic infrastructure that enables it to be delivered to your home, the power of optics is on display at this event, more so than it often is. You've likely benefited from optical technologies a lot yourself in the midst of this time of quarantine. Those tiny cameras on the front of your phone or on your laptop have enabled millions of people to stare at their own face for countless hours and many, many Zoom meetings. On top of this, optics is hard at work on the forefront of fighting this disease, from the tests for the disease that rely on optics and photonics technologies to the medical devices helping us to try and understand and combat it. Graduates, there are many other challenges on top of this global pandemic that require technological advancements and great innovations. I have had many people ask me personally when the lightsaber is going to be invented, which is clearly another big issue that we have to really get on top of. But the world doesn't just need our equations or just new designs or MATLAB scripts or Python scripts if Dawson has converted you. But the world also needs us to repay the investment that the college and others have put into us by mentoring others. Now, in my time as a graduate student, I have had the pleasant task of mentoring others, from high school students to undergraduate students in senior design or in my lab, to younger graduate students. Now, mentorship and mentoring others is an investment, which takes our time and takes our resources. But like any good investment, it can be extremely rewarding when that investment pays off. I was so proud last week watching teams in senior design that Dr. Mike and I had mentored win awards at Design Day, because I had seen the hard work they'd done over the course of the year and the times we were able to try and help them. And I could stand here and I could feel very self-important now that I can be addressed as Dr. Cromie. But I was once a young undergraduate myself, And I would not have made it this far if someone hadn't looked at me and decided that I was worth investing their time in. So graduates, so many professors at this college and people in our lab have invested their time and energy into us. Let's pay it forward by entering the next stage of our careers with hearts that are willing to invest in others. So to all of you at the James C. Wyant College of Optical Sciences, thank you sincerely for the opportunity to study at this great institution. And I'm so excited to see what the college becomes as it grows. Dean Koch always says that we're the Jedi Knights of optics. So let's continue the good fight against aberrated wavefronts and unacceptable point spread functions with our lightsabers.
Thank you, Ben. And now we have a special message from an acclaimed filmmaker and personal cinematographer for Hollywood stars, music icons, beloved authors, Hall of Fame athletes, and royal families. He is best known for his uplifting documentaries of young people who have demonstrated the iconic spirit of Superman by becoming real-life superheroes when facing life-threatening situations, homelessness, physical challenges, and loss. Welcome, Brett Culp.
Greetings to the graduates, students, faculty, staff, and families at the Wyant College of Optical Sciences at the University of Arizona. My name is Brett Culp, and it is a delight for me to spend just a few minutes with you today in this incredible moment, this extraordinary moment in our world and in your life that we are celebrating right now. As a documentary filmmaker, I have traveled around the world capturing amazing stories. And what I find again and again is that all of us have the power to make an incredible difference, to make the world a better place through our lives, through our work. A few years ago, I was working on a project and I interviewed an astrophysicist. You know, I probably should have asked him about the age-old philosophical question of which is better, Star Wars or Star Trek. I'm sure he would have had the right answer, but you already know the right answer, don't you? But in the conversation that I had with him, we started talking about stars and starlight. And he said, you know, most people have a fundamental misconception about starlight. They think that when they look up at the night sky, they're seeing that star now. But the reality is everything you see in the night sky is old light. It's old light. And you know what he meant by that. Besides the sun, the closest star to us is the Proxima Centauri. The light from that star, that star is 4 light years away. So if you could see the Proxima Centauri tonight, you'd be looking at light that left that star over 4 years ago. But you're just seeing it now. I know I'm oversimplifying the physics, but it's also the reality of the North Star, Polaris. That star is over 400 light years away. So if you could see Polaris, the North Star, tonight, you'd be looking at light that left that star when Shakespeare was still writing sonnets. But you're just seeing it now. Because that's the nature of starlight. It shines through the darkness, unwavering in its course, until it reaches its destination. My documentary films tend to be very positive and uplifting, and we use the word hope a lot. Hope. But what is hope? We use that word, but what does it really mean? I started to understand much more clearly what hope was when I started exchanging it with a different word. Another word that we understand more readily and easily. And that word is possibility. Hope is possibility. It's about acknowledging the difficulties and the struggles of what is right now. We're not going to naively ignore them. But hope imagines what's possible, what could be, what could occur. Years ago, someone, whoever has been taking care of you, as you grew up, whoever took care of you, They looked you in the face, and they looked at you with hope. They saw not what you were in your diapers and your crying and your screaming, but they saw all the possibility for what you could be, what you could become in the world. And for years they nurtured that in you to bring you to this day, to this moment of achievement. Now, during this time in your life, you're going to receive many messages and people are going to say to you, congratulations, congratulations. But I'm the only one that will tell you the truth. And that is, you're just getting started. Your journey is just beginning. If anyone deserves congratulations, it's those people that got you to this moment without strangling you because of all that you put them through and all the difficulties to reach this milestone and this achievement. But what you should know in your heart, at the deepest level, is that right now, anyone that says to you, congratulations, what they really mean is, we believe in you. We believe in you. We believe in your ability and your equipping to go out into the world and do something incredible. That sense of belief and possibility that has been poured into you for so many years to get you to this moment is what the world needs more than anything else right now. No one could have imagined just a few months ago that this is where we would be collectively and that we would be celebrating your graduation like this. Nobody expected it. And right now it is hard for so many of us to live in a spirit of hope for the future when so much is difficult, so much is hard. But for you right now, the opportunity is to bring us that sense of hope and possibility for what could be that has already for so many years been poured into you. Because here's the truth. You are starlight. You are starlight. Shining through the darkness, feeling sometimes lost and alone, feeling like you will never arrive at your destination and you don't even really know where you're going anyway. But one day, you do. You arrive. And after shining through the unknown and the darkness for so many years, you light up the night sky with your beauty, with your power. Your journey is just beginning. It's just beginning. But we need you to bring that sense of starlight to light the future. To light the future. To light the way forward for all of us. So that we, in the days ahead, can grow, create progress, success, and achievement together. So my friend, today we celebrate with you. And I encourage you in this moment, even when everything feels dark and everything feels wrong, and you feel uncertain and confused and lost, to keep being who you are, to keep being starlight. Because you, my friend, are filled with wonder and magic and beauty and light. So today and every day, shine. Shine. Congratulations, graduates. We believe in you.
Thank you, Brett, for that uplifting message. Graduates, families, and friends, please welcome again Dean Tom Koch.
Well, I've enjoyed being Dean of the Wyant College of Optical Sciences now for 8 years. And as they say, Time flies when you're having fun. And I'll say being here together with these students and you today to celebrate their accomplishments is certainly one of the more fun and rewarding things I get to do. And speaking of rewarding, I'm confident that our students today, the ones that are here today, will have really rewarding and challenging careers. And I've always felt, and frankly I've advised my own kids who now hold masters and PhDs, that one of the rewards for all the years of hard work that you put into this is having a job that's incredibly stimulating and frankly fun. Having a job that you think about in the shower in the morning because you enjoy the puzzles and opportunities for innovation or discovery. And a job that you might find yourself saying, I can't believe I get paid to do this. Frankly, it's an amazing competitive advantage that you've earned through your hard work. Having that extra passion and excitement for what you do really is a competitive edge, and so please enjoy it and benefit from it. You've earned these rewards, but you've also benefited from many kinds of support, as I've said before, all the way from an incredible educational infrastructure, maybe starting with elementary schools or getting you to the University of Arizona where you are today. So you have a payback, I think, associated with that. And we want to stay connected with you. I think your biggest payback will actually come fairly naturally to you. And I think that's to use your skills well, the things you've learned here, to do amazing things, to become leaders in your field, and to improve the world around you for your peers, for your kids, for generations ahead. So just as you've risen to the achievements that we're celebrating here today, I know you're up to the challenge to take us all to a better future. And you'll be able to take satisfaction and pleasure along the way doing that. So usually at this point in the ceremony, we usually get to go out into a lobby and enjoy meeting face to face and having some refreshments today. But you can still use all your pocket cell phone optics to take photos and selfies, send them, look at them on your optics display, send them over the fiber optics internet to friends and family worldwide. As I said, optics enables some joy in our lives even in these challenging times. So thank you all for joining us. Thanks all the graduates for all your achievements and what you've brought to the college. And thank our faculty, and again, thanks to our supporting family and friends that are joining us today. We look forward to seeing you all and hearing your stories in the future. Thank you.
Thank you.